gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. Tell me we don't live in hell. My brother doing 55 in that cell. Nigga claiming he your round here spin shell. Same nigga you put on to hit the stand and tell. How the fuck you turn your back on a nigga that love you? Treat your kids like my kids, treat you like a brother. I told my dog, let's leave the streets to serve the most high. He said, fuck that shit, he tryna sell another pie. His daddy killed him, put him in the trunk, set him on fire. His wife was pregnant, he ain't never get to see his child. Had me thinking to myself, what happened if I die? Look my babies in the eyes, I gotta stay alive. I put my ego on the shelf and my pride to the side. I'm with some niggas who gon' step and got God on their side. Got in the Isupk, they keep asking me why. As I do the work of the Lord, I gotta stay alive. Face the east, pray alive. I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
You ever pump a pack with a snake by your side? Yes, I did. See the man reach out to God before he died? Yes, I did. I know the Lord forgive us for these sins, but I'm starting to think the kingdom of heaven is for these kids. I told my daughters, one man in your bed, I won't stand for left. For my son, I hit your head on that fragile legs. I lost some niggas to that dope, I lost niggas to the feds. Remember Jono try to stick me for that cheese on that bread, yeah, I was thuggin' with Lucky and that nigga left me for dead. Endured to the end, cause I listened to what was said. Mother told me she loved me when she was sick up in the bed. I was running them streets, but the truth made me a man. Shit, I don't really speak, cause she'll never understand. That's why I ain't even tell her about these voices in my head. I'm still trying to manage my anger like Uncle Craig.
I seen heaven turn to hell, I gotta stay alive. Lord have mercy on my soul, stand by my side. I killed the old man and I watched him die. Lost a couple niggas, guess he wasn't my round. Hey, play my niggas, lay you down, they all down the ride. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive. I gotta stay alive. Keep my gun in my arm, I gotta stay alive.
To be honest and let you know that I screamed a little bit when I heard you say what's up, baby. Ah, man, like what are we gonna do? Cause this is torture.
Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my can't bleed and request me. Call my can't bleed and request me. Just call my.
From a spark to a flame, it burns bright. Like the feeling when you finally got my name right. Like a star in the dark, you provide light. Yeah, this could turn into something if we align right. I see you trying to change your life cause you want better. What I'm convinced in 6 months better is together. A story written for the ages, so in this short time, let's be open books. Explore pages like, are you down through all the changes? Jah finds out I'm an Israelite. I lose wages, how about the times and every month when you change phases? And after that, getting your cheeks clapped in different places. Matter of fact, I tell you now, you'll need leg braces. Cause after camp, do benevolence, sensations. And after camp, excavations and temptations. Move that damn hand, girl, that's a violation. Can you follow orders, I wonder? Cause when I'm mad, my voice sound like thunder. It's all love, my pretty dove, just want you to be something that I'm proud of. It's my job to correct, so never disrespect. A white rose, you wanna be chose, I'ma hit your camp leader, see how it goes, and pray that he don't oppose, cause that's how this old UPK thing goes. Decently and in order so we escape woes. You really do impress me, and now I can't wait until your spirit reflects me. Look in the mirror and tell yourself you accept me, and take the steps to call my camp leader and
just
request
call
me.
My camp leader and request me. Call my camp leader and request me. Just call my
Oh my gosh. I'm getting excited. Oh, yeah. I'm getting excited. Yeah, I did hear that music.
What it do? It's the 50th, man. You know. 5-0. Cult leader. Yeah. We speak the truth, but we a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah. Well, bitch, and I'm a cult leader. Yeah. They say I'm in the cult. They say a nigga lost, but I done lost it all. Family and all, they didn't get involved. They just wanna ball, son wanna stall. Back against the wall, we gon' show them all. I don't wanna be here, land of the slaves. We are not afraid, we are not the same. I done seen death, nigga, looked in his eyes. My higher man told me don't look surprised. Them haters gon' try, but them devils gon' fry. I don't wanna side, nigga, I just wanna ride. I don't wanna hide what I really feel inside. Them devils gonna pay for what they did to mine. Look me in my eyes. I want 7 wives, I want 7 kids. I want them to know that it was no hoe, that it was no joke. This is how it go. I do it with notation, I mean no hesitation. Come on, Lord, we waiting. Look at what they saying. I can't let it be. I can't turn the cheek for what they did to you and what they did to me. They say I'm in the cult. I guess I'm in too deep. I guess it's really deeper than it really needs to be. Forever it's one West. Forever we the best. You don't wanna test. It's only one West. Cult leader.
One, two, 1, 2. Shalom, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah Barakatah to all my brothers, Yahweh Shem Allah Shem Yahweh Shah to all my sisters. If you're in type 1, if my volume's coming in clear, type 1 to let me know my volume's coming in straight, man. Yeah, yesterday y'all had a good old time yesterday. Y'all went to, took your mother out to eat, you know what I'm saying? Got her some flowers. You know what I'm saying? Y'all had a grand old time. I understand. But let me tell you something. That's the problem with y'all today. Y'all quick to bow down to the wrong things. Y'all quick to bow down to the wrong thing. But we're going to talk about it today. We're going to talk about it, all right? But we're going to start off with Proverbs 31 and 26. Show you what the type of woman you're supposed to be, you know what I'm saying, giving all your attention to, you know what I'm saying, taking out to eat, because your mother's not it. Y'all remember the horrible person your mother was growing up, the horrible things she done, the horrible things she taught you, and y'all still gonna praise her. Well, let me show you the type of woman you should be praising, all right? Go to Proverbs 31 and 26. She opened her mouth with wisdom. See, a lot of y'all mothers don't open their mouths with wisdom. A lot of y'all mothers be saying the most atrocious things, man, be promoting the most atrocious acts. The mother be out there, shaking her tail more than the young women are. Your mother be out here thirst trapping more than the young women are. Your mother promoted you to sell drugs. Your mother put all types of messages in your head that gave you the thought that you only had one option out there, is to get out in these streets. Your mother promoted you to fight, join gangs, and do all types of manner of evil to your own people. That's what your mother had done. You know what I'm saying? She ain't give words of wisdom. She ain't tell these sisters to get off the stripper pole. She told these sisters, you got to do what you got to do to make that money. She ain't tell these women how to take care of their kids, how to look out for each other, how to take care of the neighborhood, just like this Proverb 31 woman did. That's a real woman of praise. You know what I'm saying? Let's go back to it. And in her tongue is the law of kindness. Your mother ain't kind. Your mother was just about to jump a pregnant woman for who knows what manner of evil it was. Your mother's still out there in the streets thugging and bugging with her evil friends Keisha and Latoya, and they doing all manners of evil, about to jump other women for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? There's no kindness in their heart. A man asked for change and she told him to get a job. You know what I'm saying? Called him all types of bum and all types of manner of stupidity. You know what I'm saying? There's no kindness in these women's hearts today. But you're giving praise to the wicked woman that your mother is. I mean, I know it's hard to admit. It's hard to even admit that your mother was a 3 or 4. It's hard to admit your mother was wrong. It's hard to admit your mother is a bitch. It's hard to admit these things. I understand. You don't see your mother like that, but the truth is your mother is that. You don't see your mother. You just see her as mom, and it's okay. It's okay. But the truth is your mother is just as wicked as that hoe you just called a hoe yesterday. Your mother is literally the same person. Does the same exact thing for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. She looketh well to the ways of her household, and eateth not the bread of idleness. Like your mother is idle as hell. That's why she's, on that couch right now doing nothing. Doing nothing. Ain't coming up with no type of ways to make money. Ain't coming up with no type of ways to build the nation. She is idle as hell. She is lazy. She is smoking weed right now, rolling it up, lighting it up, something. She's in the process of getting high. You know what I'm saying? She openeth her mouth with wisdom, and in her tongue is the law of kindness. She looketh well to the ways of her household. She's looking into a household and trying to see what the house needs, what she could do to improve her household, make her household stronger. Your mother ain't doing that. Your mother's looking to be catered upon. She's trying to thirst trap some men to pay her bills right now. She been in that bathroom for 15 minutes trying to get the right pose. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get the right pose in the bathroom. Little baby outside banging on the door because the baby got to pee. You know what I'm saying? This is the world that we live in. This is the world that we live in today. Shalom, Chris, shalom. And it's something that we're going to have to accept. I know y'all took y'all mother out. Y'all did what y'all thought was right, but let me tell you something. It's wrong. It's wrong. That's not making anything better in your life. If you want to know how to truly honor your mother, you would tell her what is wrong with her. You would tell her her flaws. You would tell her she needs to shut her mouth and listen. Because your mama's mouth is going to get her in danger, you in danger, everybody else in danger. That's why your father left her in the first place. That's why your father's not even there. I'm just being real about it. He left because of your mama's mouth. You know what I'm saying? That's why he left. She left. But let's continue with the scripture. And eat not the bread of idleness, right? Her children arise up and call her blessed. When's the last time you called your mother blessed? Let me guess. Well, she got a lawsuit. She got a case. She got into a car accident. She must be blessed. Oh, she getting some money. That doesn't make your mother blessed. A blessed woman is a woman that got a good reputation. A woman that's not a 304. A woman that's out there putting in some work to make her household stronger. That's a blessed woman. That's a blessed woman. This woman out here who was trying to do things, who is putting in work. Wow, y'all think that y'all should be catered to. Your mama thinks y'all should be on y'all knees, thanking her, praising her, when she hasn't done nothing to deserve it, other than leech off of men. How many men have you called uncle within your life? How many men have even this Uncle Charlie? Your mother don't even got brothers. She has no brothers, but there's always a man in your life that you got to call uncle. You know what that man is. You know what he does. You know what I'm saying? You know exactly what's going on. You ain't find out much later till you're older, but yeah, your mother was out there and you still refuse to call her a hoe. Man, the Bible said the truth will set you free. I ain't telling y'all to go out there and call your mother a hoe, but just realize your mother was no different from any woman that you call a hoe. No different. Your mother has trauma. She has pain too that she hasn't dealt with. And those chocolates that you gave her yesterday on Mother's Day is not helping. It's not helping. It's enabling. Straight up and down enabling. You know what I'm saying? Let's drop that. Did I finish that? Oh, no, I didn't even finish that. Her children arise and call her blessed, her husband also, and he praises her. Her husband also. The whole household knows that this woman is special. Look at the way your daddy looks at your mama. She's not a Proverbs 31 woman. Just look at your father and say, Dad, look at mom. I'm guaranteeing you he might shake his head or something. He might frown a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Let's stay in Proverbs. Let's get chapter 19 and 26. And I'm slipping. I'm supposed to be typing in these scriptures so y'all could be up to game. Let me put in the last scripture real quick. Read all of Proverbs 31. That's a woman that's worthy of praise. All right. But we also going to go to Proverbs 19 through 26 through 27. All right, if you dare, read along with me. Proverbs chapter 19, verse 26. He that wasteth his father and chaseth away his mother is a son that causeth shame and bringeth reproach. What does it mean when he say wasteth his father and chaseth his mother? Y'all know who y'all are out there. Y'all know exactly who you are. What does that mean? You can type it in if you like. Women, let me give you a clue. Women love having them as children, but hate having them as spouses. He wasteth his father and chaseth his mother. Everything's in the Bible. That sounds like a mama's boy to me. Father giving you some good advice and you don't care. You cussing out your father because whatever your mama told you about him, you know what I'm saying? You look down on your father because of what your mother said about him. You believe anything your mama say about him and looking down on him, but you're going to go through the same thing your father went through because your mama treats you like you are her man. And soon you will see why your father left. Soon you will see how dirty and filthy her mouth is. You know what I'm saying? Your mama's mouth could chase the paint off a vehicle, chase the paint right off of a car. And you're going to understand why your father left her. So you wasting your father, you wasting all the valuable time you could have had with him, all the lessons he could have taught you. Because your mama said this and your mama said that. You chasing your mama. You rather be with your mama. You rather live with your mama and learn from your mama and end up acting like your mama. That's why there's so many feminine men out here today. So many feminine men out here in the world today because they chasing their mama. They get that attitude from their mama. That little temper they got from their mama. They wear communicating from their mama. Instead of acting like their father and learning from their father. You know what I'm saying? That's the world we live in. Core is something special, y'all. I don't know what y'all drinking, but core is something nice. Any questions, type them on in. But let's continue. Is a son that causeth shame and bringeth reproach. You're a shameful son. You're shameful as hell. But let's bring it a little further. You only taking your mother out on Mother's Day just because it makes you look good. You really don't care about your mother. You only giving your baby mamas a gift. That ain't even your mama. That's your baby's mama. That's not even your mama. You only give her gifts because it makes you look good or she forced you to. Because she got a mouth just like your mama. That's why you were there in the first place. You know what I'm saying? You're a shameful son because the father would have told you straight up and down, what you getting your woman that good for? She ain't your mama. You ain't learned that lesson yet. But let's continue. Cease, my son, to hear the instruction that causeth to err from the words of knowledge, man. You believe in the world today. That's the instruction that causes you to err. You believe in these traditions of Mother's Day. You believe in the traditions of Thanksgiving and all that. You believe in the knowledge of this world because you're scared. You're scared. You're scared of the reputation you may get because you ain't get your baby mama a gift. Scared of the reputation you may get because you ain't get your mama a gift. You're scared of that reputation that's causing you to err, man. Stand up for something because the Bible tells us that we should not be celebrating any pagan holiday, any holiday of this world. We should only be celebrating the holiday that's in Leviticus 20. Those are the only holidays we're supposed to be celebrating. But you are scared of missing out. You don't want to be missing out. You don't want your kids to be missing out. You want to be included into a world that is going to fall. America's going to fall. The society is crumbling as you see it. It's crumbling and it's falling right now, but you're scared that you're going to be missing out or something. Yeah, if you follow the law, statutes, and commandments, yes, you are going to be missing out. You're going to be missing out on that nuclear heat. You're going to be missing out on that fire that is soon to come. That is soon to come. World War III is at hand. You see India and Pakistan going at it now. India and Pakistan is going at it, but y'all love your mama so much y'all can't go without her having a gift on Mother's Day. That's shameful. You can't do it. But on that same day, they actually killed a young rapper. They killed a young rapper in Philly who was actually a positive rapper. He wasn't like thugging and bugging or nothing. Just because they wouldn't give up the chain, they killed them. Oh, man. These are the effects of Mother's Day. These are the effects. And I'm pretty sure there's worse crimes. As time unfolds, we're going to hear about some ugly stories that unfolded on Mother's Day. The fights, the shootings, the stabbings. If you ain't noticed, the death of Black, Hispanic, and Native people always rises around holidays. Always rises around holidays. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. Let's get Matthew's 15. Let's get Matthew 15. I'll get y'all some time to get to it. You know what I'm saying? Matthew 15, I believe 4. We're actually going to start at 1 so you can get the backstory and the understanding of this, because this is important, because a lot of y'all don't understand the bigger picture. So let's get the bigger picture real quick. All right, we're going to start at Matthew 15 and 1. Then came to Jesus Christ, Yahushua, scribes and Pharisees. So scribes and Pharisees, aka the ops, came up to Christ, right? They came up to Christ and they had questions. Every time, understand this, every time the scribes and the Pharisees came to Christ, they usually come with some type of heat, some type of opposition to try to destroy Christ. You know what I'm saying? And Christ understood this, but let's continue. Which were of Jerusalem, I'm saying. So these scribes and Pharisees are from Jerusalem specifically. So they're very learned. They're not idiots. You know what I'm saying? Why do the disciples transgress the tradition of the elders? So they come to Christ wondering, why is the disciples transgressing the traditions of the elders? You know, traditions like washing your hands before you eat, traditions like Mother's Day, traditions like Thanksgiving, Easter. Why are the disciples of Christ transgressing these things? You know what I'm saying? These are traditions, right? For they wash not their hands when they eat bread. They are not following the tradition of washing their hands before they eat bread, right? Traditions, right? Verse 3. But he answered and said unto them, why do ye also transgress the commandments of God by your traditions? Like your traditions are transgressing the commandments of God. What does that mean? Your traditions of Mother's Day is transgressing the commandment of God. God told us not to celebrate these worldly and pagan holidays. They are not for us. These worldly days and holidays are not of our culture, man. We're celebrating other people's culture. You know what I'm saying? We show appreciation and love to our mothers and fathers all the time. That's how we're supposed to do it. We're supposed to be looking out and taking care of our parents when they're older, not sending them to nursing homes. Not leaving them in their bed all soaked and wet and filthy, covered in feces and all types of throw up. That's not our culture. That's not our way. We're supposed to be taking care of our elders. You know what I'm saying? But traditionally, you show them some love on Mother's Day. That's the tradition, right? But your tradition is an abomination to the law that the Most High set forth. We're supposed to honor our mothers and fathers, not just have a one day when you show them love. No, you're supposed to do it all the time. But Mother's Day gives you an out. Mother's Day gives you an out where you don't have to show your mother and father the honor that they deserve for taking care of you. You know what I'm saying? It gives you an out. Well, I bought my mama this and I bought my mama that on Mother's Day, bought them this and that on their birthday. You know what I'm saying? I sat at the table with them at Christmas and Thanksgiving. When no. It's just an out. That's all you're doing is having an out. Shalom, Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh Shabbarakatha, Itazak Gabar. You know what's going on, troop? And that's the ugly part of this holiday that y'all celebrated yesterday. You know what I'm saying? Itazak, you celebrated Mama's Day yesterday? That's the filthy part about this holiday, because it gives you an out from actually following the Most High's law. That tradition of man gives you an out to treat your parents like crap for the rest of the year. Your mother needed some help with some bills, and next thing you know, you said, "Ma, I ain't got it. I'm sorry." Went to the club that weekend, popped some bottles, but your mother couldn't get a couple of $100. Damn right, damn right. Your mother couldn't get a couple of bottles because the simple fact is you had to go out. You found all types of excuses with these holidays to treat your parents like crap anyway. You know what I'm saying? That's the traditions that the disciples were talking about. You know, that the Pharisees were talking about. But let's continue, right? For God commanded, saying, honor thy mother and thy father. Honor thy father and mother. And he that curseth father or mother, let him die to death. Y'all curse your father and mother. Y'all don't take care of them. Y'all don't take care of them. Y'all talk trash behind their back. Y'all do all types of manner of evil towards your mother and father. And think y'all doing the right thing during Mother's Day and holidays and stuff. But y'all really cursing your mother and father. Y'all really don't care about them because y'all ain't telling them what's right and wrong. Your grandmother still out here think it's tradition to eat pork. She still think it's tradition to eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. It's traditional. If you truly honored your mother and father, y'all let them know these laws, statutes, commandments, that it's wrong to be eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster. Look, Ma, you're about 60 years old. It's wrong for you to be thirst trapping on TikTok. It's wrong, Ma. You look dusty. You look weird. These women that's 20 years old look weird, thirst trapping. Imagine how weird you look. Looking desperate out here. You know what I'm saying? All three of her baby daddies is in her inbox anyway. You know what I'm saying? All three of her baby daddies are still tapping it. It's a shame, man. I'm telling you right now, it's a shame. But let's continue. Let's continue. You know what I'm saying? What was that at? Oh, yeah, I remember now. But ye say, whosoever shall say to his father or his mother, it is a gift, by whatsoever thou mightest be profited by me. You are telling your mother and father it is a gift. You know what I'm saying? The way the attention that you give them on Mother's Day, it is a gift. Here, take this gift. That makes you a good child. That makes you a great child. You gave them a gift. Congratulations, man. That's just fake love. That's just fake love. Here, take this gift, man. Here, it's a gift. It's a gift. Your mother is drinking herself to death right now, but that gift helps her. That gift is probably a bottle of liquor. But it's a gift. See, the thing is, we in the Black community don't know what real love is. We do not know what real love is. And let me tell you something. Real love is literally the love of following the Most High's law, statutes, and commandments. That's real love. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Let's get Jeremiah 1 and I believe it's 5. I ain't even type nothing. Did all that typing, ain't typing nothing. Shalom, Yahba Hashem, Yahweh Shabbat Rakatha. What's going on, Nathak? Jeremiah 1 and 5, I believe. Yo, Nathak, put in your location and your name. You know I already know it, but just to have it on record. Just to have it on record. You know what I'm saying? I know, but just put your name and location in the chat just to have it for attendance sake. Have it on record. You know what I'm saying? Y'all still wanna praise this woman. I got a question. Have any of y'all actually asked y'all mother how many abortions she had? Ask her how many abortions she had. How many siblings have your mother killed? Ask her that. And it's gotten to the point in this world today, it's actually common. More women have had abortions than women that have not. The woman that you're talking to most likely had an abortion at some point in our life. This is the world that we live in. That woman that has had an abortion, should she be celebrating Mother's Day? She obviously is a kid killer. She murders kids. She murders babies. Is she worthy to be praised on Mother's Day? Let's get with it. Jeremiah 1 and 5, right? Therefore, before I formed thee in the belly, I knew thee. Like, look, before you, like, what are you before you even get to your mother's belly to be formed? What are you? What are you? What were you at that point? Let me tell you what you were. You were a sperm cell. You were a sperm cell. The Most High knew you then. He knew who you were then. He knew the type of person you were. He knew the spirit that was in you as a sperm cell. So this is a scripture that shows life actually begins in the sperm cell. We put life in the woman's belly. So all y'all thinking that y'all aborted something that's not alive, that's not the way God sees it. Because God knew who that child was before he was even formed in the belly. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue. And before thou camest forth out of the womb, and before you even came out of the womb, God knew who you were. God knew who you were. And how many of these people that God knew have your mother killed? Black and Hispanic women are leading all types of demographics when it comes to Black death. More of us have been aborted than have been killed on any level of Black on Black crime. A whole lot more. So who did your mother kill? Let's continue. I sanctified thee and ordained thee a prophet unto the nations. Your mother could have aborted a prophet. She could have aborted a servant of the Most High. She could have aborted somebody that could have got us out of this hellhole in America that we're in. America is hell. I know a lot of y'all don't want to admit it. A A lot of y'all are fighting against it, but it is. America straight up and down hell. Don't worry, y'all. I'm not out of water. Always keep a spare. You know what I'm saying? Always keep that spare with me. But that's the type of woman that you are praising. You don't even have to bring it to your mama, your baby mama. I know you got her a gift. How many abortions she had? You know, because you paid for them. You're a disgusting bastard too. You paid for them. You gave her that $500, that's $600, $700. You gave her that money to get that child aborted. And if you understand the history of abortion is literally made to destroy our nation. Planned Parenthood was put in every hood to destroy our nation. But you didn't want the responsibility of being a parent, but you could have sex. You could play around and just get it in whatever you want. Because you wasn't intelligent enough to understand that that act bring forth children. If you didn't want children, why would you do the act? Why would you do it? Ask your mother, why did she do it? Why did she abort that child? And she said something about, listen, a lot of women like to use rape as an excuse. You know what I'm saying? It's not an excuse, especially when less than 1% of rape cases end up in childbirth. So that's not even it. So ask yourself, does your mama deserve any praise to be a mother? Do you deserve any praise of being a father? You paid for that abortion. Do you deserve any of that praise? That's the question. No, you don't. No, you don't. But let's drop that. Let's give Wisdom of Solomon 12:5. Let's get Wisdom of Solomon 12:5. If you can't find it, it's all right. That's what I'm here to do, is read it, because it's in, I believe that's in the Apocrypha. You know what I'm saying? Wisdom of Solomon is in the Apocrypha. And if you got any questions, just type them on in. Any questions, type them on in. We at the Grove Hall Library in Boston. You know what I'm saying? If you want to, attend class, you know what I'm saying? We have classes every Saturday from 1 to 2 Thursday, and every Monday from 3 to 4:30. I might be able to get away with a little extra time if nobody booked behind me. You know what I'm saying? So if you want to get your questions in live, you can always come to class in Grove Hall. You know what I'm saying? But let's continue with it. Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 12, verse 5. And also those merciless murderers of children and devourers of man's flesh. Who is he talking about here? Who are those merciless murderers of children? Who is mercilessly murdering children? Guess what? It's their mamas. Their mamas are those merciless murderers of children. Well, it could be more than it could be the father. The father's out here paying for those abortions, the doctors who willingly do it. Y'all are all in it together. Merciless murderers, and y'all doing it. You seen the aborted fetus? The little tiny arms all ripped off. Y'all are literally doing it in the ugly way, shape, form, and fashion. It is ugly. It is ugly. Like, it literally comes, like, if you search it up, it's going to come with a disclaimer. Search up aborted fetus. It will come with a disclaimer. I ain't going to show it because it might cut off the live. We won't be in class anymore if I do it. You know what I'm saying? But I urge you to look up aborted fetuses. And I'm guaranteeing you that aborted fetus that you're seeing is most likely a black child. There's a higher chance of it being a black child. Go look at those aborted fetuses and tell me if you don't feel no type of pain, no sorrow, no hurt. Just looking at it, you will feel it if you have any type of humanity in you. But those who don't feel in it, you know, those most likely those women marching, talking about her body, her choice, they are merciless murderers of children. They're more worried about themselves and their happiness and their career more than that life that's in their womb. They are merciless murderers of children. They have no mercy towards it. No shame, no pain, no nothing. They believe they are in the right. They are morally superior in this subject to them. Her body, her choice. It ain't her body that's getting ripped apart. Look at that fetus's body. What about that baby's body? It's his choice too. What about that? Y'all don't want to talk about that though. Her body, her choice. It's a disgusting phrase. You know what I'm saying? That's about as disgusting as it gets. But let's continue. And devourers of man's flesh and the feasts of blood, man, they are just carnivorous, evil people. That's what we're dealing with in today's world. They would devour any man's flesh, get pregnant, and end up devouring and destroying and murdering that child that got impregnated with. Stop devouring that man's flesh, and then you won't have to worry about an abortion. How about that? Keep those legs closed. How about that? Brother, keep that zipper zipped. How about that? And we won't have to worry about these problems. I can tell you right now, if we never had an abortion, we'd probably be running this country. If we ain't had not one abortion since the 60s, we would definitely be the most dominant population in America and most likely running this country. But no, her body, her choice. That's the world we live in, right? Let's continue. Let's go to Deuteronomy 28. This is one of my favorite verses because the curses are real. The curses are so real. I believe it's through 57. The curses are set to be a sign and a wonder. The curses are here to prove who Israel is. And this shows our behavior. These shows our characteristics in the world that we live in today. You know what I'm saying? Let's get to it. Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 56. All right. If you're there, read along with me. The tender and delicate woman among you, like a lot of our women, they are tender and delicate. They're supposed to be tender and delicate, but this tender and delicate is a little different. This tender and delicate is, how may I put it? It's broken. It's sensitive. It's emotional. Like before, our women were tender and delicate because they were soft. Women today ain't soft. They ain't like that type of tender and delicate, but they're tender and delicate in a different way. They are broken. You touch them, they will completely fall apart. You know what I'm saying? Which would not eventually set their sole of her foot upon the ground for delicateness and tenderness. Yeah, that's how tender and delicate they were. They were not able to set their foot upon the ground, man. They had to be carried. That's how tender and delicate they were. That was beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Her eyes shall be evil towards the husband of her bosom, like black men and black women. I don't know if y'all seen on social media, but the black men and the black women are at war. There is a gender war in the world today, which is truly the stupidest thing. I mean, we both bottom tier in this world today. We both are at the bottom. So what we warring with each other about, but that's a different subject. But she hates the man, her husband. She hates the man in her life. She hates him. The reason, there's multiple reasons why, but she hates him. Let's continue. And toward her son and toward her daughter. Black women, y'all hate y'all children. Know how I know y'all hate y'all children? The way y'all treat them. How many black women in the world today, straight up and down, go to war with their daughter over her daughter's male friends, over her daughter's male counterparts? The mother starts to get jealous of her daughter and starts hating on her. The mother starts looking at her son and reminds her of the man that impregnated her. And her hatred for him, she spills out onto her son. Let me know if this is something that's not familiar to y'all. Let me know that this is something strange and different, something completely weird that you never heard of in your life. Like I'm talking a whole foreign language because I know this is commonplace. You know what I'm saying? I seen mothers kick their daughters out for nothing. You know what I'm saying? I seen mothers kick their daughters out for no reason, kick their sons out for no reason. And another form of hatred, which is a spiritual hatred, your mother will smoke weed with you, eat pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster with you. She will break the law alongside you. That is literally a form of hatred. Granted, she wasn't taught no better. That's what we're here for. But there's a lot of hatred towards children coming from these women. A lot of hatred from her own children. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue with it. Let's continue with it. Verse 57. And toward her young one that cometh out from between her feet. Even for the young one that comes out between her feet. You know what I'm saying? Born or unborn. There's hatred there. These women have no issues with doing away with their children. How many of these women have sold their children for drugs and get high and overlook the pain of their daughters when their daughters come to them and say that man touched me. Your boyfriend touched me, mommy. And you want to hide that person's shame instead of dealing with the issue at hand. It's ugly out here. It's ugly out here, and you women know it. It's completely ugly out here. You know what I'm saying? Let's continue with it. And toward her children which she shall bear, for she shall eat them for want of all things, secretly in the siege and straitness, whereas thine enemy shall distress thee in the gates. She will eat them. What that means? She will destroy them. That's what the abortion is about. Your mama needs to eat. Your mama needs to get all the money she can. She's going to be out here. The career is more important than that life that's in the womb. The career is more important. Your mama got to eat. Your mama got to get her money right before she become a mama. So that money was more important than your life. That's crazy. That's straight up and down crazy. And I blame the Christian church for it, because the Christian church will teach black women this. You got to have a career. You got to have everything in the right order before you have a baby, which ain't true. Which ain't true at all. But that mentality they put in you makes it easier for you to abort your children. So the Christian church is blamed too. The Christian church is the evilest place on this planet. I can tell you that right now. I could tell you that right now. There's nothing more evil than the Christian church. Nothing. Nothing. The Christian church supports abortions. The Christian church supports single motherhood. Because if you ain't happy, you're supposed to leave that man. Christianity supports divorce. Christianity is partially the problem. But let's continue. Let's go to Lamentations. Hold on. Am I finished with that verse? Yeah, let's go to Lamentation, because you got to understand your enemy promotes us to get abortions. So Christian church supporting abortion is supporting our enemies. They are showing you they are literally in support with our enemies, because our enemies literally made Planned Parenthood to destroy the black neighborhood, to destroy the black people. You know what I'm saying? That's what it's literally here for. For all right. Lamentations chapter 4, verse 3. Even the sea monsters draw out the breast. Even the sea monsters are taken care of by their mothers. Their mothers take care of their children, right? They give suck to their young ones. But the daughters of my people has become cruel. The daughters of Israelites have become cruel. They have become cruel to their children. You can pretend like you don't see it. You can pretend that your mother is the exemption. She's not. She's not. If you just thought about it for a little bit, you'll see the evil ways your mother had. I know it's hard for you to admit, especially black men. Black men will never. Black women, they might admit it. Black women might be like, nah, my mom was fucked up. Black men, there's no way you can tell them their mom was fucked up. Their mom was a fucked up human being. You can't tell them that. There's no way they will see it. But they were. Let me tell you, they were. But let's continue. Like the ostriches in the wilderness. You know what the ostrich, look, the ostrich is a dumb animal. Dumb as hell. They will drop their eggs in the dirt, cover their eggs, and just start stomping, cracking and killing the child in the egg. You know what I'm saying? Ostriches, they're not the best parents. And black women are like ostriches. They don't give a damn about their children. What they care about more than anything is their happiness, their bliss. That's what they care about, their bliss. You know what I'm saying? And they will destroy their children, destroy their husbands, destroy anything for that bliss. That's what they want. You know what I'm saying? Ishtar style, damn right, yeah. You ain't lying there. Ishtar style. In a second. You know what I'm saying? But let's drop that. Let's get to Proverbs 22 and 6. We're going back to Proverbs. We started in Proverbs. Let's go back to Proverbs. Any questions? Drop them on in the chat. Drop them on in the chat. Proverbs 22 and 6. Let me get there with you. Proverbs 22 and 6. Let's see if y'all understand this. This is a message for the future. This is my warning to y'all. Proverbs 22 and 6. Because our women today are the way they are because of the parents of yesterday. And so forth and so on. Somebody has to break it. Somebody has to break it. And that's why I'm about to tell y'all how to break the whole problems that we have today. Right? If you're there, read along with me. Proverbs 22, verse 6. Train up a child in the way he should go. It's very simple. You got to train up a child in the way that he should go. It's just that simple. What do I mean by that? The way you are destroyed is the same way your father and your mother was destroyed, and the same way they were destroyed, right? Because we wasn't raised properly, period. We were raised to be just like our oppressor, raised in our oppressor's culture, raised in our oppressor's way of life and way of thinking. That's why we act like them. That's why we do the things that they do. That's why we sell drugs. That's why we celebrate the holidays we celebrate. That's why our women are on the stripper pole, because we want to be like Caucasians. We want to be just like our oppressors. And let me tell you something. You're right. He'll never change. You know, Uncle Samel trainer. Yeah. And the fact that we are like that is why we continue to celebrate Mother's Day and not give a damn about our mother. Treat our mother like dirt. Our mother treats us like dirt, and the cycle continues. So let me tell you something. The solution to that is what I just read. Train up a child in the way he should go. How do you train that child up in the way he should go? It's in the Isupk. It's following the law, statutes, and commandments that God hath laid forth and how Christ has shown us to do it. Christ has shown us how to follow the law perfectly so that we could be perfect as he commanded us to be. It's not that difficult. It's not that hard. I don't even understand the problems. Because if you train a child up in the way he should be, the mothers would take care of their children and love their children. The fathers would take care of their children and love their children. And the kids would take care of their parents and love their parents. And the cycle would be correct. We wouldn't even need a Mother's Day. We wouldn't need a Father's Day because it would be every day. It would be every day. You ask your child for a little bit of change so you could pay a few bills, your child will have no issue giving it to you. Your child will find a way for you to get it instead of cussing you out on the phone. You know what I'm saying? That's the world that we are living in today. So train up a child in a way that he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. See, all these lessons that you give your child, all these gems that you drop on them, you know what I'm saying? Your child, like in the world we live in today, your child eating pork, crab, shrimp, and lobster, and he sees daddy never eats it. He's going to be like, why daddy don't eat that? He might not even ask you. He might just wonder it, and it's going to come into his mind, and he's going to end up not eating crab, pork, shrimp, and lobster himself. Pagan whole lot of days. You're damn right, yeah. Mother's Day is a pagan holiday. But I ain't even going to that. I ain't even going to that this class. Because a lot of our people don't even know what paganism is. So I'm just showing you the error of your ways and why you shouldn't celebrate it. That's all I'm trying to show people today. But train up a child the way he should go. And Mother's Day won't even be needed. Because you only celebrate Mother's Day to cover up your mistreatment of her throughout the year. Look, I took my mother to this restaurant. Ain't called her in 6 months. Ain't spoke to her in 6 months. She called you one time, be like, hey, baby, I'm a little broke, you know what I'm saying? The light bill's about to get cut off. I just need about $200 to put the lights back on. And you just gonna ignore her. You ignore the call, ignore the text. And when she does get through, you cuss her out. It's ugly. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end the class with that. You know what I'm saying? And for anybody else who is in Boston, the Boston area, if you want to come to class, we are in the Grove Hall Library. Y'all know what Grove Hall is if you're in Boston. And hit me up, you know what I'm saying? As soon as I get back to my regular scheduled program, I'm gonna have this joint up and running. The number's gonna be on the bottom and everything. I wanna have it right, you know what I'm saying? And with that, shalom.